she wants to be this stylist, boutique, but you're not doing anything in that nature, and I can't take you seriously if you're not doing those things. And I understood why people didn't take me seriously, because I found myself in somebody else's lane. I was good at what I was doing and what I wanted to be, but I wasn't doing it for me. So how can I ask you to take me seriously if I'm living in somebody else's shoes?
And nobody can do what you do, and I think that that's a big problem that people face now. Like, you see what somebody else is doing and you want to do that when that's not your lane.
That's not your lane.
That's not what you're supposed to be doing.
But it's popular, it's getting that person money, it's getting that person applause. Oh, I want applause, I want money, let me stand over here behind them.
And then a lot of times people aren't honest with themselves either. Like, I was thinking earlier today,
you are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Welcome back, good people. I'm your host, Coach White. This is the Conflict Resolution Show, and I'm here with Brother Tony. And I'm sorry for the pause. I'm here with Brother Tony. He's talking about his book, and we are. I want to get back to where you mentioned putting on a mask, because there's a psychological piece behind that we subscribe to in the hood culture, to a point where we think that what we see in the mirror is the real us, being that we're looking at the mask. At what point do you realize in the hood culture, if at all, that it is a mask?
I realized it when I first got my street name. I realized it then that, okay, it's about performing. And when you look at relationships now, women are attracted to hood dudes that are performers. You could be real, they're not going to accept that. But if you come out and you put on this image, I got a big Mercedes, I got money, I got a nice home, they falling in love with that person. But do they really know who you are? They're not going to get to know you, because they loving your material that you're going to give them. They're not going to get to know you. Say, let's go to church. See how many of them respond to you. Tell them you ain't got a car, you got to catch the bus. See how many of them respond to you. They respond to the characters. That's what they're attracted to, the character. They're not attracted to the real person. Because if they knew the real person, I could be the same person, come at them with no car. I could be getting off a bus. Hey, babe, how you doing? Can I take you out? Can I get your number? They're going to give me that look me up and down. But if I pull up in a Mercedes, all of a sudden now I got their attention. Mask on. Mask on. Wow, man, that's powerful. So a lot of them can't blame themselves for what happens, because they feed into the mask. Paul Laurence Dunbar said it best. We wear the mask. It grins and lies, hide the cheeks and shade the eyes. It never shows who you are. That's why a lot of times in relationships they say, oh, I didn't know he was such and such. Oh yeah, that's because he put that mask on when you met him. That's what you wanted. That's right. You go to all the places where the masked men are, so that's what you're going to get, just what you're looking for. Even in church. I watched Tyler Perry movie for Colored Girls, and I said, as a director, he brilliantly did something. There was this scene where this guy had on a suit, and the girl would get off the same train every day. And he said, when you gonna let me take you out? And she would never take out. Then one day she says, all right, come over my house. And when he came over her house, she cooking for him. She dropped her guard. I always say, if I put on a suit and I carry a Bible, every woman gonna say, oh, he's a church guy, he's a good guy. They gonna want to talk to me. But behind that suit and behind that Bible, I could be the devil. That's right. Because in Tyler Perry's scene, when the guy got inside the house and he came out that suit, while she cooking, she cooking, he behind her, he just starts stripping. Underneath the suit was nothing but tattoos. Mask. Mask ain't just the face. You can put the clothes on and play the part too. Yes. Put on a suit, you become somebody totally different.
That's big, man. So you want to be a part of the conversation, give us a call at 410-702-5657. That's 410-702-5657. So again, Brother Tony is here to talk about his book. And there is hope. There is hope. And I wanted to make sure that, you know, we hear that if we're living in a quote unquote hood culture.
Yeah.
But what I'm learning from this interview, if you will, is that we have to first identify the mask. Because our young brothers are walking around here thinking that they are born to be Crips, born to be Bloods, born to be drug dealers. And that's the when I started off my spoken word the last time I shared, my first line is, what is the lie that you believe to be true? And I think that mask is crucial, and I'm glad you shared that Paul Laurence Dunbar quote, because if this is what I believe to be true, then my behavior and everything else is going to align with that.
Yep. And I tell people, they teach you everything in school about how, they teach you everything in school except for how to utilize your brain. If you think you this, you think you're a Blood or you're a Crip, that's what you're going to be.
Yeah. Yeah.
We don't respect nothing else. We don't respect just being a good young man who wants to go to school and make an honest living. We don't respect that. We respect everything that deals with negative. And that's where we fumbling the ball at, because we got to check ourselves and say, why? How many households got fathers in them?
Not many.
Not many. So right there, you know, young boys don't want to be like their father because it's like they got an attitude with their father. And then they don't even want to respect adults because they got so many issues with their father that they take it out on men who trying to come in the picture and help. So they won't respect teachers. You just like my father. You're fake. You're phony. And even though these people ain't do nothing to them, this is how they viewing them though.
Yeah.
So
let me ask you this on that note. Is it possible to be in the hood but not of the hood?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Yeah, it can definitely be a person. You can be in the hood but not of the hood. You always have someone that's in the hood but not from the hood. Like in my book, I mentioned a young lady by the name of Rhonda Weston Truitt, and she was a person that grew up in the inner city, but her mentality was not like most inner city girls. She wasn't impressed with the material things. Wow, she was in college, you know, and she wasn't jumping from this dude to that dude.
Yeah.
And then when she got married, marriage still going strong today. Same husband, 2 fine young men, private schools, homeowner.
Yeah.
But from the hood.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's possible.
Yeah. So when you think about the Rhondas, it sounds like she's somebody who didn't hang around. She was in the hood culture, but didn't hang around people who were dealing drugs,
right.
Hang around gang people, you know, people who were caught up in gangs and things of that nature.
Right.
Would that be accurate?
Yeah, that's accurate.
And so again, that's a sign of hope.
It's a sign of hope, yeah.
Because some people, you know, we see this, and when Marvin was on, he talked about this. We see an influx of the flight, where people are saying, you know what, I got to get out of here. I can't do this.
Yeah, that was me. Like I live in the Owens Mills area.
Yeah.
I couldn't do the hood, and it was because I knew me. I know what comes with it.
Yeah.
When you live in that hood and you coming from the lifestyle and you trying to change, so many things can happen to stop you from changing. Like I could be just walking into my door and somebody try to run up on me and rob me.
Yeah.
Now 1 or 2 things gonna happen. Either I'm gonna defend myself.
Yeah.
And this person might get seriously injured or murdered.
Yeah.
Or I'm gonna get murdered.
Yeah.
And then when you have kids, you try to give your kids the life that you never had.
Yeah.
And when you look at Baltimore City right now, you keep saying kids getting murdered, kids getting shot, 5 and 7-year-olds.
Yeah.
Every day, like I say, between me and God, my relationship with God, He knows me. Every day is a struggle.
Yes, sir.
I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm perfect. Me being a father, if my daughter was in some of those situations, ain't no telling what I might do.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, and that's the mask again, because I struggle like that. You know, And you know, even working in the school system, when kids might say, I spit in your face, I do this and that, and I'll be like, bro, we don't need to cross that line, don't let this shirt tie. Because I'm still, and it's like, I'm laid back Tony, but then when you try to push that button, immediately I turn into Monte. Immediately I go there like, oh yeah? Nah, bro, we ain't gonna play that game. And so it's like, it's still the tug of war.
Sure.
So it's just like a person that's an addict. Even though you no longer on drugs, they say you still an addict. So even though I ain't been in the streets for years, I still got that same mentality that I struggle with every day. You know?
That's real. That's real. So you're in a place now where you're not physically in the hood.
Right.
And mentally you've moved away, but you still have triggers.
I still have triggers. You know, you got triggers where you got people that push buttons. You got people that say stuff to you. You got people that might do something to a family member. You know, and then, you know, you got, you know, you try to do the right thing and say, okay, I got too much to lose. But again, you're human. I had a buddy of mine who his daughter was in the backseat of a car that was carjacked with his daughter, with his baby mother in the car. And he wasn't there, but he caught the young man and he put this young man in a coma. And afterwards, he came to speak to my students. He said he should have walked away. But again, and this guy was in school at Morgan, getting his degree in engineering, doing all the right things. But that little thing, and he still live in the hood, that happened, and it triggered him. And he lost it. And that's, I don't want to be that person in a cell and my kid has to come visit me. That's something I don't, you know, because again, you got a lot of good people that's dedicated that want to stay in the inner city. You know, but then, like I said, you got people who be like, man, our people are some of the worst sometimes. It's like, there's no reason for us to be killing each other. You know?
So again, you want to be a part of the conversation, 410-702-5657. That's 410-702-5657. Give us a call. So tell me, how long did it take for you to finish the book? When did you start? When did you start?
I had this 20 years ago. But I didn't accomplish anything. So it was like, it's on the shelf. So I would always revisit and write something down. So then it dawned on me, I said, you know what? I'm going to put the book in conversations. I'm going to choose different conversations that I had with God, because when my brother read it, he said, yo, you left so much out. I said, it's not a book about the streets of hustling. The book is about me having these conversations with God. So it's almost like I can't trust nobody. I got a beef with God, but in the same token, I still keep talking to him. I still keep having that. It's like that relationship where you break up with somebody, but you keep going back. So it's like, even though, you know, I'm beefing with God and just acting cold out of my mind, I still have that relationship where as though I'm steady talking, because at the end of the day, I realize that he's in control of the vessel. I realize that. You know, it's not me. It's just too much that was happening around me. And I'm like, who else could this be? You know, and it's like, one brother gets 20 years. One brother gets 25, no parole. Another brother gets 2.5. And these ain't my half brothers. We all got the same mother, same father. You know, father gets time, 4 years. Cousins of mine, friends of mine. Everybody around me but me. And everybody's working for me. If that ain't God, who is it? And it's like, my question is, why are you choosing me? That's what I kept saying. What are you choosing me for? What? I'm not different. I'm no different than anybody else. Why are you choosing me? And then I kind of figured it out that I was the one who was going to deliver his message. You know? And maybe he saw something that I didn't see, because I didn't see me going to college. I was in college, but I dropped out because I was like, mom's is on drugs. She's taking the money doing wrongful things. I got younger brothers. I got to make sure, because again, as young boys, they say you should never tell young boys, you're the man of the house. So there's no father, so now I'm the man of the house. So if my mom's ain't feeding, it's up to me now. So now I'm put in this situation of, okay, I got to do this. So I didn't see myself going to college and getting a degree and none of these things. All I saw was, I'm going to get this money. And like I said, I had an ego. Like, they'll never get me, I'm too smart. You know, you become that character again, like, they'll never get me.
And when the young brother was on, we were talking about pride.
Pride, oh, it's
how
a pride
destructive
thing.
It is.
Oh, man, it's a pride thing, bro. I've been in situations, man, where they raid a house, they come in the house, I'm in the house, the whole neighborhood outside the house, and I can hear outside the window. They finally got him. They finally got him.
Yeah,
that's what they hollering. They got him. On the charge papers, I'm reading the papers. A lot of U.S. currency and guns in the building. So they expecting me to come out in handcuffs. I walk out the house, nothing's on. I said, not today. That's just what I say to everybody, not today. I'm smarter than this. Nothing's in the house. No drugs, no money, no weapons. But somebody informed them that it was.
Gotcha.
So again, all that did was stroke the ego more than put me up here.
Yeah.
They start saying, man, this nigga untouchable. He untouchable.
Yeah.
And again, I'm believing it.
Yeah.
But you know, God has a way of bringing you down to reality too.
Yes.
You know, He has a way of bringing you down to reality.
Yeah.
And the reality was everything around me was being taken.
Yeah.
So I had to look myself in the mirror and say, yo, is this really what you want? Do you really see yourself doing this? I sat in that courtroom behind my brother, and when the judge said, this is a part of my job I don't like to do, but I gotta do it. And it's my brother's first offense. Yeah. She said, I'm gonna sentence you to, and it's my youngest brother, she said, I'm gonna sentence you to 20 years. Wow. 20 years. And I'm sitting there like, I'm done. I'm done. This ain't even worth it. I'm done. And at the time I was married, my wife was in the courtroom. I said, sell all the cars. She said, you can put them in my name. I said, sell the cars. Yeah. And from that point on, I was done. I was done. I was like, it ain't worth it. Yeah. To see, and like I say, when you're going through it and it's all fun and games, you don't even think about, what if I get caught? That's not even gonna cross your mind. Because you so pumped up, and it's like a person on drugs. It's like you're not even in your right state of mind. Yeah.
It's just the mask is over.
It's just the mask. The mask is over, man. That mask is something, bro.
Goodness gracious.
Women, man, the mask, that mask, yeah, bro, it's overwhelming.
I hear you.
And then when you got that mask on, and then you really look yourself in the mirror and you see how people really view you, you're like, I was a fool. They even think.
Wow.
And that's why in the book I say, I don't know what love is. I never had it. Wow. I said, because everybody wants you for something. Yeah. Can you pay my rent? Can you help me get a car? Can you help me finance this business? Yeah. Nobody likes you for you. Yo, can I get on? No, it's just crazy. So in the book I talk about how I wish I never was in there.
So hold that thought real quick. We're going to go to a break. We'll be right back.
Whoa. The moment my son saw a redwood tree.
It's huge!
Is the moment I knew that for him,
you can't even see the top of that thing.
Even the sky has no limit.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org. Learn about forests near you and discover cool things to do when you go. Your moment is out there. Find it at discovertheforest.org.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Join the Just a Bit Outside crew every Monday, 8 to 10 p.m. on BeExposedRadio.com.
You want to start off?
I think I'll get it out of the way on a who's not.
Okay, do it.
The Orioles.
Right.
They got swept by the Royals. They lost 4 in a row, and the last 5 games have all been decided by 1 run. Mm-hmm. The game before, or the last game that they lost before the Royals was the Nationals, and it was Weeders, of course, one with a home run.
Hit the home run.
Right.
They were going into that National series. It seemed like they were doing so well, and they just crapped out. They got that game postponed, so who knows when they're going to replay that or play that game. Mm-hmm. That's my first not for the night.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and weigh in on my who's not, and I'm going to talk about the San Diego Padres.
The Padres. That's okay. You
Padres
just took my answer.
They're in last place in the NL West. They've lost 8 of their last 10. Their run differential is a -65, which is just horrible. So when you have well, let me just talk about run differential a little bit. It's kind of like the
how much you're winning or losing your games by, pretty much.
Yeah. Okay. It's like the margin of victory, kind of.
Right.
So when you're in a negative number, that means that you're.
Then your average game you're losing
by a whole lot.
Right.
I mean, a number like negative 65, this early in the season is pretty rough.
That's horrible.
And the pitching numbers pretty much support this.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Welcome back.
And them girls, they put masks on to perform. They go on a job interview, they performers.
Yeah.
They get that job with the state.
So we're talking about how police and correctional officers become a part of the hood culture. Wow.
Yeah.
And it's not that I haven't heard it before, but I never was able to put it in this perspective.
Yeah.
That they actually become a part of the hood culture.
Yeah, some of them from the hood, and they just was fortunate enough to go to school, graduate high school, and then they apply for a job with the state, and they get on. To become a police officer or correctional officer, they give you the test. Oh, have you ever used drugs? Everybody gonna say no. Do you know any drug dealers? Everybody gonna say no.
Right.
You take the test, you pass the test, and then you get placed into the academy.
Yeah.
But let's say you from the hood and you got a brother that's hustling. You ain't gonna turn your brother in.
Right.
Let's say you from the hood, you got a cousin. Or you've been dating a dude that's from the streets.
Yeah. Wow.
He got some intel.
Yeah.
Cause he gonna ask you questions. You ain't gonna turn your back on your hood. That's part of the hood love.
Yeah.
You know, that culture again.
Yeah. And the hood has a false sense of
it's fake.
I'm not gonna tell on so and so, and it's been happening for so many years.
Bro, let me tell you something. The most painful thing, my mother cried when my brother was in court, and them hood dudes who supposed to be gangsters,
yeah,
they testified and told. And my mother cried, and I said, Ma, what are you crying for? This part of the game. Ain't no rules to this. But see, when you come from the hood, you supposed to be a certain way. You're supposed to not be able to tell. You're supposed to be strong enough to not cooperate. But that's again, everybody wears a mask. You can have that's why when you hear about some dudes being murdered, they got murdered by their best friend.
Yeah.
Best friend had a mask on and he fooled you the whole time. You thinking he your man, but he hates your guts. He wants your spot and your connect. All of that come with that street, man. That's why I say when you around people, it's crazy, because when I went to Morgan State, my degree was in theater arts. And in theater arts, we're taught to study the characteristics of the character. Imagine in life, you got to study the characteristics of everything and everyone around you.
Goodness gracious.
You got to see stuff that they don't even see you see.
Talk to me.
You know?
That's how it is, man.
That's life. When you meet a woman, what's the real characteristics of this woman? Do she really want me for me, or is she in it for some money?
Yeah.
You know? Is this guy really my friend, or is he in it for money? And then all of a sudden you hear about this guy slept with this dude's girl, this girl slept with this dude. It's just crazy. Everybody's wearing a mask. So we in a world of mass people. Everybody has a mask on. You don't know what's real and what's fake.
Wow, man.
And that's the society we live in. Even with, you look at the police officer that was killed, Sean Suter.
Yeah.
They don't know who killed this man. They talking about he killed himself. So now you got all of these officers. This man gave his life. He was part of a culture. Same way there's a hood culture, the police department has a culture. And the worst feeling in the world is when you're part of a culture and they portray you. That's what the hood do. It portray you. Ain't no love in the hood. None. Ain't nothing. Ain't no. I'll tell any young dude, there is no love in the game. It's a lie. It's all an illusion.
Yeah.
Love doesn't exist in that game.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm glad you said that. We great close in 1 minute. Speak to the young brother who feels like he can't survive in this hood culture. What would you tell? In fact, what would you tell Tony? Or what would you speak to Montana at age 17, 18 or whatever, what would you tell him now so that he survives this hood culture?
Brother, I would have said, brother, the best thing you can do is go to school, stay the course, get in the church, give your life to God, and just stay focused and keep the faith. Don't get caught up in the material world and the people with the mask on, because at the end of the day, it's going to always take you down the wrong path. It's going to steer you the wrong way. It's an illusion. It doesn't really exist. It's almost like a trick when Houdini can show you something and make it disappear. That's exactly what the game is. It's all about making you think this is the only way you can make money.
Yeah.
This is the only way you can survive.
Yeah.
This is the only way in life you're going to make it. No one's going to ever see you for anything else. We got too many successful stories that come from the hood.
Yeah.
You got a Jay-Z that came from the hood. You got a 50 Cent that come from the hood. You got too many people that come from the hood. You know, the other Westmore that came from the hood. You know, you got too many stories of successful people that come from the streets. Yeah. But at the end of the day, the moment you cross that line and you feel like that, I'm going to just get some money. Even if you say, I'm going to jump in, because I used to do that. I would say, okay, I'm going to jump in, but then I'm going to jump back out.
Yeah.
And you jump in, you might not make it back out. Because you might jump in and then all of a sudden, you get caught.
Yeah.
You get caught.
That's a wrap.
And then it's a wrap. You're done. I remember a dude I was supposed to meet. And for whatever reason, dude ain't show up.
Yeah.
I sat in my brother's trial. 549 kilos of cocaine was what this dude got caught with. I was supposed to meet this dude.
Wow.
Never happened.
Wow.
God, again.
Yeah, intervening.
Intervening. Again. And
come on.
That's why I say, when I say between me and God, I don't care what this person thinks of me. I don't care what that woman think of me, this person, anybody. At the end of the day, God knew what he had in me. Amen. So this is why I say it's me and his relationship. Yeah. At the end of the day, it's between me and him. I stopped trying to figure it out, like, why was I so different, or why was I the one that he wanted to make sure got to where I was supposed to get to?
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, it's still a struggle. Yeah. You got a lot of good brothers out here that's doing the right thing. Yeah. Like yourself. Yeah. You got so much going on, man, with the ministry. You're a great father. I always see you with your kids.
Thank you, sir.
And again, brothers like you don't get the credit that you should get. And you're the type of brother that we need to pay more homage to versus the street corner dudes.
Yeah, praise God.
So somewhere along the line, we got to revisit that and say, okay, something's not clicking here.
Yeah, yeah. Well, we're going to revisit this conversation again. Thank you for inviting us to your dinner tables today. This is the Conflict Resolution Show. Tell us how we can get your book.
Between Me and God, you can find it on Amazon. If you have a Kindle, you can get it on your Kindle for $2.99. The book is $10. Amazon.com. Between Me and God by Tony Roberts.
Thank you, good people. Again, we'll be back next week, Lord willing. Stay tuned for another exciting episode, and we'll see you next week.
Driving has a rhythm all its own. Don't wreck it with a text. Before you get behind the wheel, silence your phone. Or better yet, designate a texter. For more text-free driving tips, visit stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
Green light. Hey girl, school zone. I'm getting hungry. Car changing lanes. You want to meet me for pizza? Stop sign. Intersection clear. Yeah, street. Pizza sounds good. Ballin' Street? Girlin' Street!
It's hard to concentrate on two things at once, like texting and driving. Stop the text, stop the wrecks. How will you stop texting and driving? Tell us at stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
we're rewarding you for something you already do, listening to us. It's Radio Loyalty, and it's an easy way for you to get free stuff. All you do is sign up. Go ahead and click the banner now. You'll earn points as you listen. Points you can trade in for great products and services in the Radio Loyalty store. You can earn even more points when you share your favorite station with friends on Facebook and Twitter. Radio Loyalty. It's free to sign up, so click the banner to join now.
You're now listening to BeExposedRadio.com. Check out this fire flashback.
We need to relearn what it is to be these bosses and how we conduct ourselves as business-minded individuals and just people in general. I let my gut, and if I call it gut or God or whatever, I'm led by that energy. I know where it comes from. I know where it's, taking me, and you have to figure out what is important to you, and don't play this game. It's a game that we've learned to play, this chess game, and life is not a chess game. Life is real, bones, flesh, blood, decisions.
Make sure you check out the Artist Exchange Show every Monday and Friday at 2 p.m. only on BeExposedRadio.com.
Hi, I'm LeVar Burton, and I'm proud to be a book person. How do I choose a book? Sometimes it's the cover, sometimes it's the title. I guess I'm pretty visual. If a book's really impressing me and the writing is really good, I will peek and see what the last paragraph is, because the endings of books should rock you. I am a book person, and if you're a book person too, read to a child and spark a lifetime of ambition. Join me at bookpeopleunite.org, because reading is fundamental. A public service announcement brought to you by Reading is Fundamental, Library of Congress, and the Ad Council.
Green light. Hey girl, school zone. I'm getting hungry. Car changing lanes. You want to meet me for pizza? Stop sign. Intersection clear. Yeah, street. Pizza sounds good. Ballin Street? Girlin Street!
It's hard to concentrate on two things at once, like texting and driving. Stop the text, stop the wrecks. How will you stop texting and driving? Tell us at stoptextstopwrecks.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
So, Jacqueline.
Yes, Mom?
I wanted to talk to you about something, and... Oh, wait. Hold on. I just got a text. Oh, there's another one. Wow. Busy me. So, anyway...
Oh, wait, Mom. I just got a message. My friends keep commenting on my comment. Oh, there's another one. So many comments on my comment.
Oh, I can't wait to watch TV tonight. Playoffs!
Hey, guys, check out my new video game. Pew, pew. Wait, Mom, what? Huh?
What? Hold
What'd
on.
you say? Wait a second, what?
This weekend, unplug. Take your family to the forest. There's nothing in the world like experiencing nature firsthand. Trees, paths, bluebirds, streams. Getting closer to nature can get you closer to your family. To find the forest nearest you, go to discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Hi, I'm LeVar Burton, and I'm proud to be a book person. How do I choose a book? Sometimes it's the cover, sometimes it's the title. I guess I'm pretty visual. If a book's really impressing me and the writing is really good, I will peek and see what the last paragraph is, because the endings of books should rock you. I am a book person, and if you're a book person too, read to a child and spark a lifetime of ambition. Join me at bookpeopleunite.org, because reading is fundamental. A public service announcement brought to you by Reading is Fundamental, Library of Congress, and the Ad Council.
Here's what you missed on Salacious Life Radio.
When it comes to your children, especially if you're dating someone that you actually like, you do want it to work. So you're gonna hope and encourage the relationship between your child and that person, because you like that person, so you're gonna hope for the best. I mean, sometimes it just doesn't work, and you can't make it work. You can't force it. It's like a branch. You keep bending it, eventually it'll snap, and even if you put it back together, it'll never be what it once was. But you definitely pray on it. You hope for the best, because nobody wants to spend the rest of their life alone just because a particular relationship didn't work out, but you had this beautiful creature as a result of it, but you don't want to necessarily spend and you're not all of a sudden a bad person. You're not all of a sudden not going to